Welcome, Steven.
Hi. What's up, Zherka?
Just chilling, just chilling. I'm kind of like interested. I haven't done one of these shows in a while, but we have a lot to talk about, don't we?
Sure, what's up? Why haven't you been streaming?
Just been doing other things, but I went back into the IRL grind. I got 100,000 view clip. Like I started farming again, so I'm kind of back in it. But fuck all that. What's important to me is, can I start with the hard questions first?
There are no hard questions, Zherka. What do you got?
Okay.
You're a genius!
I think I've asked you this already. Recently, if anyone doesn't know, this is Destiny. Let's do an introduction real quick. If you don't know who Destiny is, he pretty much made a name for himself by becoming the debate lord of the internet, YouTube and Twitch. Right?
Something like that, yeah.
So not just a debate lord, but like he's kind of known for like wiping the floor with people. So like immediately I respect that because I don't like boring content. Sometimes I need to see something like that, kind of like UFC style. And this man has been on the internet how long?
Streaming probably like 10 or 11 years now.
10, 11 years. So in your first 5 years, you probably made very little money, right?
No, I started doing really good on my second year, I think.
How much were you making?
I think on my second year, I'm right around 100K.
What the fuck? Back then?
Back then, it was a lot different because Twitch actually paid you for ads. So back then, in a good month with only like 4,000 viewers, I could make like $8,000 on advertisements in a month.
But it's clearly better now for you, isn't it?
It's better now because of other revenue streams, but the ad revenue on Twitch will never go back to what it used to be. That was insane.
Well, how many hours were you working then?
I probably stream like, if I had to guess, the average would probably be anywhere from 8 to 14 hours a day. I literally just stayed at home and played StarCraft 2 all the time.
And StarCraft, were you a toxic player?
Yeah, I'd say so, probably, yeah.
I mean, you're known for being toxic in StarCraft days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so that was just your game Randy days, no debates for the first few years?
I don't know if I debated anybody. I mean, I like to argue. I've always liked to argue with people since I was like in high school or whatever. So I'm sure we debated about like balance in StarCraft and shit, right? Like, or things related to the game.
No, I mean like world issues.
No, not as much.
Why did you get into that?
I don't know. I've always had like a wide variety of interests since like I was in school. I always thought it was really sad. I think it's really sad in general that people seem to think that you kind of have to pick the thing that you're interested in and you can't go outside of that. So like if you're into sports, you can't like science, or if you're into science, you can't like art, or if you're into like debates.
Bouncing, you can't like anime?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I like it when people mix up things that it seems like this person wouldn't be interested in these things. Yeah, I think it's a positive thing. I think it's good to have a
I
variety of
remember.
interests.
Now I don't know anything about Twitch streamers, but I know a lot about you. More recent stuff though. But like in the last few years, I'm playing catch up, right? But when were you first on a podcast with your two other nerdy friends and I forget the other? Was it Richard Lewis?
Mm-hmm.
When you guys all had a thing going? When was this? This is the good old days in your PGG, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. When was it?
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago or what?
Yeah, that would have been man, there have been like a couple of podcasts like that I've been involved with. Lycan did one called The Late Game, which was maybe 7-8 years ago. I was in one called Unfiltered with a guy called Chanman. I think that was like 7, 8, 9 years ago maybe. That's been a long time ago. I don't remember the exact dates.
Yeah, because I done research, and you'd fall out of friendships, and then you get back into friendship with these people. But I think that's when you first started actually debating, like for content. It was those days.
Maybe. I don't know if back then. I don't know if I have a reputation now for burning bridges. I'm not sure if I did as much back then. My fans would probably know better than me. I feel like I had relationships with like players and people and whatnot, and that was like pretty standard for at least like a year or two, I think.
Okay, and then you got more into politics in your like, what year would you say?
2016 was definitely the big year with like the Trump elections and everything.
No way. So this is all fresh, really?
I mean, if you consider 4 years ago fresh, yeah.
'Cause you were raised in Catholic school, right?
Yeah, I went to a Catholic grade school and a Catholic high school, all boys high school. Yeah.
So hold, I don't even know what the fuck that is. So you go into the school and you guys do a prayer and you guys just learn the Bible?
No, we do all normal classes, but then we also do like Bible shit as well. Yeah. We pray in the morning, yeah, and then you have mass, which is like going to church like every Tuesday or whatever, and then you say a prayer at the end of the day. Yeah.
And but you never took you always doubted your faith, yeah?
No, I was ultra religious up until maybe 15. I started to kind of doubt, and then 15, 16, 17. I kind of turned atheist over time.
Oh, damn, that's okay. Oh, that's so opposite. I've been fucking atheist all my fucking life except till 23 years old, like the opposite. Hold on. So your parents, I saw a debate with your mom. Your parents are like, are they religious? They're
Very religious, yeah.
the right-leaning style parents, right?
Yeah, very conservative, very big Trump supporters, yeah.
But I remember you had an argument with your mom. You're like, you don't do the research. You just like blindly follow, right? She doesn't actually like watch all the Trump shit.
She just watches like Fox News and like conservative Facebook memes. But I mean, that's pretty normal for like old people, or the average person's engagement with politics is usually going to be like reading stuff on social media and whatnot. That's exceedingly common, I think.
Is it healthy for someone to sever ties with their family members for political position?
I mean, it really depends on like what the political position is. Like,
Uh,
I don't know if I could be
that's
friends with someone that is like in the KKK, right? Or like is a Nazi. I don't think I could. But
okay,
like,
what about if it's your grandmother?
no, fuck that.
Like an old lady that just has like old words she spews.
My grandma was like that. I didn't know that, but like growing up, the two kids that I played with the most in my little neighborhood were black, and she would say really weird shit. Like she'd call them my colored friends, or she'd talk about how like colored people smell a certain way. She would just say really weird stuff. But I thought that's just how old people talk. But even though she talked that way, I don't think she was like, it's weird to say, but she wasn't like racist. Like they came over, we ate together, we like went out together, we played. Like she never said anything bad about him. She just had like her very old weird way of
So
like
she
talking
probably
about
just had her learn behavior from her parents.
yeah,
and-
but I think there's a big difference between that and like being in the KKK or being a Nazi, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Like if somebody was like literally like I'm gonna lynch or kill black people, that's probably too far for me. But if it's like an older person and it's like you're just a little bit old person race, it's like a different thing.
What about your mom? Are you guys friends and shit?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I think so.
How's that work? Like you just avoid topics because like,
No, we talk and scream at each other all the time over politics.
but it's never too personal, right?
No, I don't know if it's like a Hispanic thing or what, but my the whole Cuban half of my family, like everybody screams and shouts at each other. Like Hispanic people just talk really loud to each other. They're like screaming and shouting all the time, but they usually chill at the end. So like I get into big arguments with my mom and her sister over politics a lot, and it's like screaming and like horrible shit. But then at the end, like we're all chill. Like right after, immediately after, people are pretty chill. I don't know why that is, but
You guys are Cuban family.
yeah, my mom's half is all Cuban. Yeah.
Okay. StarCraft days, you were married and had your first kid.
Yeah, to my knowledge, yeah.
Okay, and what was that like?
Pretty interesting. What you got to be a little more specific. I mean, a baby comes out, you take.
Hold
care
on,
of
do
it.
you think I'm doing? I know I sound like that, but do you think I'm trying to trap you? I'm just literally having a conversation.
Oh no, yeah, no. I'm sorry. This is like a personal thing about it. It's just when people ask me really vague questions, it's like.
I know, especially streamers, right? It's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was curious. Okay, you had your first kid, and then that didn't change your mindset. You were still like, fucking, just let's stream 18 hours a day. Let's go hard.
Yeah, I mean, I still wanted to be involved in my kid's life and everything early on. That's why me and Rachel tried to like make compromises and stuff in terms of like living arrangements and whatnot. Yeah.
Has she been on your streams too?
A little bit, way back in the beginning. Yeah. But then since we just can't live together, and since we figured that out, obviously she's been involved a lot less. So.
Okay. Would you say, since you're communication, Andy, you're really good at this. Is that the most important thing in a romantic relationship?
Is what, communicating?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. I think the most important predictor for a success of a relationship is how well both sides are willing to actively work on it.
All right, then why didn't you communicate with your fucking husband Hasan better? This
Ah,
was
good one.
so. There's
You
gonna be a
did
feud
trap
of
me.
start.
No,
I'm
you're good.
sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, so tell him to speak slower, please. No, fuck that, dude. You know what? It's so weird, doesn't he? You know why? Sometimes I feel like real DGG fan. When I keep up with your content, your YouTube, I watch you in 1.25,
Yeah.
and people hate me. Like all my roommates and shit hate me. They're like, "What the fuck? He's fast enough, normal." I'm like, I'm so used to it. I don't watch anything else, right?
Sure.
But when did you first start speaking like you're on fucking Adderall? Because there is a theory that not a theory, but people have exposed that pro gamers abuse amphetamines like Adderall. Is that true?
Oh yeah, it was a big thing. I don't at the moment. I actually want to, not abuse it, but I want to see if I can get an ADHD diagnosis. Maybe I can get some, but,
No, I don't think you could. You're the focused type.
yeah, you'd think so, right? Apparently that's not how ADHD works. But regardless, one of the reasons why I talk fast, or one of the reasons why I can come off as being very intelligent in arguments or whatever, is usually just because whatever we're talking about, I've usually talked about it like a million times. Like, it's just a matter of practice, right? Like, if you watch like any athlete or musician do something, it's like, wow, that's so crazy. How did they know to do that? It's like, well, they've done it like a million times, you know?
Yeah.
And for a lot of my arguments, it's usually just an argument that I've had a million times, so.
Now, one thing I like about you a lot is that, like, for me, it's really hard for me to click the follow button on streamers because please tell me I'm not crazy, but 99% of streamers don't have any other talents. They're not artists. They can't do music. They can't do comedy. They can't do fuck all besides stream. And so when I found out you can actually do music and shit, I'm like, whoa, you end up being the more rare type of streamer. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Come on, you know exactly what I mean.
yeah, I know what you mean, but I mean, like, different people are entertaining for different reasons, right? Like, if I found out that like all Leonardo DiCaprio could do was fucking act and he couldn't do anything else, like, oh, I'm never gonna watch a movie of his again. Well, no, I mean, like, you watch people for different reasons. Like, if I turn on like a Mizkif or a Trainwreck stream, I'm not here to get like an artist's take on, you know, like the value of media or something. Right? I just want to watch somebody that'll either make me feel comfortable, make me laugh, or whatever. Or I would imagine so, right? So, like, yeah, I mean, different people watch different people for different reasons.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you have a kid, you had a wife, and now you guys are on good terms.
Yeah, I'd say so.
One thing that I want to ask you is, I don't know if you've ever been asked this before, but like, and I asked you last time, I think, what's up with you? And like, sometimes you'll purposefully not clarify a position because you kind of want the hate messages, because you want to unpack the hate mail. You know what I mean by that? Sometimes I feel like you do that, or maybe you're just mad. You're like, I don't have to answer this, you know?
I mean, sometimes I mean, I don't know. It comes in, there's like, it's mixed. Sometimes I'm inflammatory just because I think it hammers my point home harder, or if you get like even more mad, it means you're even more wrong. And then sometimes I legitimately just don't think something is going to be that inflammatory. I don't really think that this is like that crazy. So sometimes it's just me not understanding. Yeah, and then, I mean, it just depends on it's super, that's like a very contextualized answer. Like, it really depends on what exactly we're talking about, I guess.
Now, it's crazy because you always talk corporate, but I've never seen your character be anything corporate, because anyone corporate does not stick to their principles. You know that. They adapt.
Well, they
adjust.
stick to their principles. Their principles are just making money. But yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, no, I know
a lot of our old time hangouts with Nico, we were all in an airplane, and remember those times we would get into a lot of these like capitalist takes, but really, I'm not gonna say it, but a lot of like anti-capitalist takes on Twitch are a lot more their actions. Is it weird if I say I don't trust a human's beliefs? I trust into looking into someone's actions, and they will tell me their belief. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, 100%. I agree, of course.
Yeah. So when I look at your actions, you broke a huge friendship for principle, because you want to be remembered as a philosopher, right? You want to be remembered. No, come on, don't laugh at yourself.
Or no, I'm sorry.
You're
It's not that I don't really care like what I'm remembered as. I don't.
Oh, you're doing it for legacy, man. That's what a real man does.
Fuck
You
legacy.
do that.
Who cares about legacy?
You care about
No one gives
legacy.
a fuck about legacy.
You care about legacy more than money, and you know.
No, I care about like living the life that I feel is like good for me and what I would want to do more than I don't care about like once I'm dead. I don't give a fuck.
Cap, yeah, I'm like one of the biggest fans. So like, if you convince me, I'll give you $1 million. I don't believe that for a second. Yo,
You don't
but
believe what
check
I said for a second?
right there. I think you believe it, but you're wrong because you don't know what you believe. That's what I think. Because I know a man who's about legacy when I see them. Why, dude?
What is
Trust
it?
me.
Okay, let's have.
Hold
Let's,
on,
wait,
hold on. Would a StarCraft player and a bouncer ever get along unless we had that thing in common about legacy?
Sure. Well,
No,
let's
we would.
figure out what you mean then. I guess. What do you mean when you say legacy? I guess that'll probably help us.
I mean, like, it's important for you to stick to your principles, not to be consistent because, oh, that's a better life for you, because it's not. Let's be honest.
Okay,
you lose friends
sure,
doing that.
I agree with you then. I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Usually when people say legacy, usually that means like, what do you want to be remembered for when you're dead or whatever? That's what I associate with like legacy, and I don't give a fuck about that. But I understand what you're saying now. Okay, sure.
Right. So I don't know. Do you mention the Trihex thing at all?
Sometimes, yeah. What about it?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I was supposed to drop the name but
You can talk.
So
you can name whatever name you want. I don't care. It's all good. Or for your stream, it's fine.
Yeah. Do you see that, guys? Do you see that? Like, he'll always treat his friends that stream like their streams are above the bond we share. Do you know what I mean by that? As in, like, he pretty much hints, go make your money, Zherka, and clickbait the title. This is no, these kind of people in life are very secure human beings in who they are. Because they pretty much, that's what I said about you love unpacking hate mail. You pretty much want me to go hard at you, even though I'm not gonna go. But you crave a fight. That's why you Red Bull up and you do this. And here's what I'm wondering: why is it so scarce in 2020 that you do the right-wing debates? You know what I mean?
I just got sucked into like arguing with Kami. Basically, what happened was after a while, I realized that because I debated so many conservatives, after the course of several years, I started to realize that there was like a lot of people in my fan base would talk about like, you know, he go to the gulags and he gets the wall and blah blah blah, and I thought it was kind of like funny memes or whatever, you know, like Destiny's almost a socialist, and I thought we were all kind of just joking. And then I realized that like, oh wait, hold on, like unironically, there are people that are like actually socialist and think that's like cool and are like in my audience, and that just killed me. So I had to spend a lot of time getting rid of that.
Yeah, I remember because when you first banned socialist, it became like a thing, like Destiny's banning socialists and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And because that's not you never really banned that fast, you know.
No, I do. It depends on the type. Like if I see people in my like subreddit that are like Nazis that are like, oh, like, well, have we ever thought about what the Jews did? I'll ban shit like that. I mean, because I don't want to. It's just it's boring. It's not fun to explore. The people are oftentimes stupid. The people are oftentimes pathetic and lonely, and it's just not. It's just not entertaining for me. So when I see like really extremist shit like that, and I think the exact same thing about like people that say they're like socialists or communists. I feel the exact same way. So when I start to see people like go down that road, then I'll like I just don't want to deal with it. I'll just ban it.
Is the word cringe a good word to use for, like, I can see a socialist, anyone be a socialist except a streamer. Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, I mean, I think you could be. It just depends on how you live it, I guess, right?
So you would have, if I was a socialist streamer, I would have to give 50% of all my earnings to gifted subs to spread my meta?
I don't think you'd necessarily have to do that. I just think it would be important that you live whatever values you preach, I guess.
Excuse me, if I'm preaching the most influential Marxist philosophy on earth, wouldn't I want to spread the message through gifted subs?
Not necessarily. I mean, it depends, I guess.
I mean, whoa, so holding all the capital for myself would be a better socialist move?
Well, just giving money to people isn't capital, right?
No, but it's spreading your message of socialism through gifted subs.
Yeah, but there might be more effective ways you can spend that money to spread your message.
You know, sometimes I think that's what a capitalist tells himself. And they,
yeah, it could be.
Like,
yeah. I'm not saying 100. I'm just saying that like I would never say like if you want to be a true socialist, you have to be poor. Like that, I don't think that's true, right?
It's kind of weird because I always think like everyone's a socialist until they own the business.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
You know,
when it comes to governments too, everybody's a socialist until they're in
power.
Because
if I give you like 5 employees and your business has a leak, like let's say Destiny clogged the toilet with his fat cock, guess what? None of those employees are coming to fucking work when it's flooded. They're not paying nothing. They don't give a fuck. They might even go work somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes I go, I guess you can't exploit. That's like punching up. You can't exploit up.
I mean, you can exploit up. You should exploit up because
Okay.
you're being exploited down. Your workers are always exploited, or the
Yeah.
managers are always exploiting you. So if you can like poop on company time, or if you can like fucking whatever, yeah, you should do whatever the fuck. Like it goes
Yeah.
both ways, of course. Labor's goal, a worker generally, their goal should be to do as little work as possible for the
Yeah.
most money possible. And a owner's job, their goal should be to pay the least amount possible for the most work possible. And then the
Yeah.
conflict of these two groups should settle out somewhere in the middle to where both sides are a little happy and a little mad. Essentially, that's how every negotiation goes, right?
So let's say I run a business, right?
Sure.
And I pay them minimum wage. Is the argument that they could just go work somewhere else? I can see that being like a very weak argument too. I can see the socialists winning that argument fast.
Well, yeah, I mean, not everybody can just go work somewhere else, right? It totally
Yeah.
depends on what we're talking about. And then there's also like different sacrifices that are being made when we talk about like going somewhere else to work too. Like for a business owner, you might have the ability to start a business in a lot of different parts of the world. And if your business fails, you just lose some money. Whereas for a worker, if you lose your job, you could lose your livelihood. And then your ability to move from job to job is also going to be probably severely limited as well. Capital is very flexible, right? You can spend a lot of money on a lot of different projects. Labor tends to be more specialized. If you've learned a particular skill set, you're going to be a lot more limited in the application. Right?
Yeah. What's your biggest issue with communism? Like, where does it start? Does it start? Go ahead. I'm talking too much.
It's a really complicated question.
No, it's not. Come on.
Sure. My biggest problem is that there's just no, the theory is bad and the practical application has always been a nightmare. It's just not good. That's it.
I'd say I honestly think the theory is great. Then practical is bad.
The theory is even the theory is bad. No, it just doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah. No. Sometimes I think like it works in like socialism can work in tiny little. I almost want to say it can work in clans, but not guilds. You know what I mean by that? Like if it's too many people, there's too many people farm the corruption, and it gets very bad, right?
Yeah, possibly. But like the thing is that any of those types of things can work under capitalism as well, right? If you really wanted it to, it could.
Yeah. Okay. So you've broken up friendships for your principles, and that's important to you, yeah?
My principles are really important to me, yeah.
Why are principles important?
I think that like for me, it's really important to have like a foundation that I build everything off of. I like to feel like the same reason that I might pursue music or play a video game or talk to a girl or whatever. I like to feel like I have a consistent platform to build all these ideas off of. And as soon as you start betraying kind of like things that are important to you, it seems like I don't know, it would feel for me like I'm kind of like losing purpose in life, or that I'm not like staying. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. It's kind of a vague way to describe it, but.
Okay. Can you remember the last time you did cave and give in?
The last time that I did cave and give in.
For something that matters to you, that you've talked about live and shit.
I don't know. I mean, I would hope never intentionally, but I mean, like, we all make mistakes, right? Like,
No. If you ever gave in and said, "You fuck this principle, I can't."
I don't know. I mean, I like to think I live a pretty principled life. This isn't like this isn't very brave of me though, because I make a lot of money now, so it's a lot easier for me to say I do. I think maybe the closest thing I've done that I still kind of think about is I'm a little bit on the fence about like promoting mobile games, because I said I wouldn't really do I'm not really comfortable promoting like gambling sponsors, and mobile games get pretty fucking close to that. So that's probably the closest I've ever been.
Did you really do the fucking mobile game shit on me? Okay, no, man, come on, give me a principle, bro. I had to slap
That's a
you,
principle.
Bro, not mobile games. Like, all right, something like pro-choice or something hardcore, bro.
No, that shit is easy. Like, having principles about things that don't matter to you is really easy. You're like, oh, I'm pro, blah, 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 because it doesn't affect them. But, like, mobile games, that's a good litmus test. Somebody's offering you $20,000 to play a game for 10 hours. Well, do you believe in this or not? Like, oh, fuck it, I'll take the money. That's why I think that, like, promoting mobile games, it's a good litmus test. Somebody you stand to gain or lose real things. I've lost tens of thousands of dollars for not taking. I've gotten, like, King Win offers, G2A offers, a lot of, like, random CSGO skin offers when that shit was. And I never took
Hold
it.
hold on. Don't be a politician here. How much would you make if you didn't do the mobile game regularly?
How much would I make? I mean, I'd still make a lot. I haven't.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, I'm just saying that, like, if somebody tells me, like, oh, I'm principled because I believe in peace in the Middle East, like, okay, well, what the fuck? How does that impact you on a day-to-day basis? Like, who the fuck cares? Like, wow, good job. Like, you're so principled. You have this esoteric political position that never impacts you, right?
Yeah. Okay. So last time to move away from mobile games, last time I talked to you was like a long time ago, actually. Not the Scott podcast, but yeah, a while back. Besides DMs here and there, and I remember saying to you, you know, all these lefties coming at you. You know what you're intuitively gonna do, instinctively, as a creature on Earth. You're gonna go very far to the right, and you're like, nah, I won't.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't. But damn, you do fucking you'll use their cheap shots that they use, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'll use everybody's cheap shots. Yeah, I like using cheap shots from the left on the right, and I like using cheap shots on the right on the left. Yeah, I think it's just a very quick and easy way to antagonize and expose somebody's like underlying. Like when people on the right start complaining about like censorship or whatever, it's really easy to throw a lot of like socialist arguments at them. Wow, you don't like censorship? Are you saying that companies have too much power? That maybe capital dictates too much of what we think in society? Like it's a really funny attack, and it makes them really mad.
Do you want to government regulate Twitter? Which, by the way, fuck yes, I do.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you joking? Dude, Twitter's way too powerful, man. I think we should government regulate Joe Rogan. That guy had too much power, man.
Sure.
Okay, so, you know what I mean by that bunch influence. Joe's like about to host a fucking debate with Biden and Trump. Like that's a lot of power.
Potentially, yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So that whole saga you spent. Let me word it correct, bitch. that whole saga you spent fighting lefties. There's this one time I asked you, oh, this was on a call, we were a private call. I said, why do you jump into like, I know you of all people, this is the weird thing about you, dude. You know, people say it's sucking dick, but check the facts if I'm lying. He talks to Wes, by the way, the exact same tone of voice that he talks to Pokimane with. He doesn't look at the fucking stats, which, find me a streamer who does that same tone of voice with each streamer, no matter the clout level. That's fucking rare. So that's why I go, oh shit, he'll talk to anyone. But sometimes I think being too real is also bad because you jump in calls with 3 viewer Andys and scream at them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it hurts me sometimes, but I don't know. It's
Why?
also fun. Because I don't know, dude. I feel like if I believe in something, I should be able to argue about it with anybody, right?
I'd be so terrified to jump. There's this one call you jumped in.
Yeah, with the name.
And they kind of, they all got afraid, but you were very calm and stuff. But sometimes, like, even if you're not afraid of Destiny, that DGG can go wild, like, it's scary as fuck. That they can say some cutthroat shit, like hurtful shit, right? So
maybe, yeah.
That's the power you possess, that it's like, bigger chats are kind of soft, but then your community's like, they ride or die. That's pretty cool. All right, so your whole debate with Lefty saga, or kind of just
over,
yeah. Have you noticed that? What does a man do when they're just given emotional argument after emotional argument? Because I remember when I got to know you first, I said, if you're always going to be like Steven, and Steven always goes for a logically consistent approach, how the fuck is he getting along with lefties, like hardcore lefties? And then boom, I'm right. You didn't get along with them because logic means cold-hearted to them, right?
It can be, yeah.
Yeah. So everything I said was kind of right.
Maybe I'd have to go back to when you were saying it, but maybe, yeah.
All right. So recently, if you guys haven't heard, Destiny has been, after how many years?
10 or 11, like streaming?
10 or 11 years. At about 180,000 when he's peaking dollars a year he makes, he is being unpartnered on Twitch because he said a take that many others have said, but he said it in a nuclear way. and basically it involves that homeowners should defend their property. That's what you were trying to say, right?
It was a bit more inflammatory than that, but we'll go with that one.
You know, you're not saying it here. I like you, but not that much.
Okay.
But okay, so I asked you, I was like, did you know you fucked up? Because I didn't see the chat, but what did that chat say? Did the chat spam banned or anything stupid like that?
I don't know. The thing is that like, and I'll say this a million times and nobody believes me. Like everybody likes to pretend that like, oh yeah, like I knew for sure that like that is gonna get you banned or whatever. But the reality is that like I've said a lot of pretty crazy shit on different like political groups. It's always hard to say like what is going to get any particular person banned. Nobody really knows what's going to get anybody in big trouble. It all just depends on like what goes viral, you know, like what goes like really big on Twitter or whatever. And that's usually going to determine like who's going to get fucked.
Thank you, Anonymous, for this up. Who are you talking to when you said it? I don't even know.
It was a smaller streamer.
Like a 5-viewer Andy?
I think like a 70-viewer Andy.
Dude, Destiny, bro. Like, you don't give a fuck, man. You talk to like anyone. And bro, I'm a small viewer Andy, but sometimes I think like it's so dangerous with a large community to talk to someone like that, because one guy could be out of line. You don't see that comment, and then you're perceived as toxic because of one guy who got out of line from DGG. You know, it's so dangerous what you do.
Yeah, I mean it could be, but fuck it, dude. I feel like as long as I'm being reasonable, I feel like it should be okay. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. I guess.
You said you're not a gambling man. Why do you gamble with your career? And like you always walk the fine line of TOS. You are a gambling man. That's the same thing as gambling.
Maybe a little bit. Things have changed a lot, man. The internet has gotten a lot different.
You know what killed me is like I was preparing for a debate time, like 2020 season, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait for that. Like you on the kill stream and all those. Like I can't wait to see more of that. And which is weird. None of my community knows what they're like. What is that stream? Nobody on the internet knows except like.
Yeah, well, because it's like this is like super niche fucking nerd political shit, and not even political shit. It's like even worse than that. It's like some crazy shit.
Yeah, and it's like unmoderated. How would you explain it? Like unmoderated chat.
It's like if like professional wrestling could translate to like degenerate like internet kids or whatever, basically.
Right. And it's so weird because you just like every time you go on any show like that, you sit in the fire and you calm down as you go. Like you don't mind all the fucking toxic. It's like you're always testing yourself. It's kind of weird.
Well, I think like if you have like I don't know like what you're you played fucking Maple Story?
I would no come on. There's toxic. Of course I play Maple Story. I know toxic about toxic words, trust me, I know. But I don't think I've ever been on a podcast that just spams all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know. Back in the days on Battle.net, like it felt like you like lived or died by your shit talk. Like fucking winning and losing games is one thing, but dude, if the other guy could out shit talk you, like you're fucked. I don't know. That was always like that was always like the most fun about like online games back in the day.
Is that weird that now you kind of like you meet Piker styles?
Your mic is cutting out a lot. Wait, what do you say?
I said, is it weird that like you came from like you kind of like me battle cams? I popped off 500,000 views over with 0 followers, only person on Twitch to ever do it through battle cams. And so like, is it weird when you started getting to know Hasan Piker and the whole more soft approach to streaming? Was it like, what the fuck is this change or?
No, I mean, it didn't start recently, right? This has been a trend that's been slowly working its way through the internet over the past
2 or 3 years.
Decade. No, but it started way before that. It's probably been over like the last decade.
Were people getting fucking Deplatformed 2016? No.
Yeah, of course. 2016,
no, not
2015.
not like now.
No, not like now, but it happened in 2016 like it hadn't in 2013, and it happened in 2013 like it hadn't in 2010. Like things have definitely been like changing a lot, yeah.
So when all this soft stuff came out, and by the way, since I compliment you so much, I got a cold thing.
You got to wait, hold on, what? Your mic is cutting in and out. It's pissed me off. You got a what?
Hold on, let me restart the call, okay?
No, wait, don't restart the call. Just talk close to your mic. All right, go ahead. Did he fucking restart the call?
What are you gonna do, little boy? All right, so
what's up?
I'm so generous to you, so I might as well just call you out on something.
Yeah, do it, dude. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
You really pressed me and a lot of streamers for saying, "Hey, shut up, retard!" Like with nonchalant. You were so against the R word, and one day I tuned in your stream. I'm like, "What is Steven up to?" And you're like, "You know what? Since I'm the only one not saying it, fuck it, I'm gonna start saying it again. And yo, you literally said to one of your fucking tier 3, fuck you, retard. And literally your whole chat started spamming retard. And I said, DGG is the fakest place ever. They were trying to fucking deplatform me for using it. Then I see the whole chat spamming it, and I said, holy shit, man. Holy shit.
I mean, I think people will follow the streamer almost no matter what the streamer says or does sometimes. I don't think... I mean, like, my community is not immune to that, much the same as, like, anybody else's. I never really police, like, other people's language that much. It's actually... I know I'm going to get accused of it even after saying this, and I always get accused, but I actually really don't police other people's language that much. I really don't care. Like, I have my own personal values, and then I try to stick to those. But people always accuse me of saying that, like, oh, you, like, Destiny tells other people, they say, I don't say it. Even when PewDiePie dropped that N-bomb on the bridge, I don't really care that much. I don't really say anything about it. I didn't even say he was racist. I just said, oh, you probably shouldn't say that on stream.
No,
yeah.
it's interesting because, like, I always see you as you were policing me. When I rewatched VODs, you didn't say a word to me.
Oh, it was like DGG.
No. When I first came on Twitch, I kept thinking that you were policing me, but the truth was you never mentioned my name. Even in podcasts, you wouldn't talk to me. I kept pressing you, and after you got pressed like 9-10 times, you said fuck it and turned on me, and I realized, holy shit, you're not really an aggressor. You know?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
You don't go after people. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I mean, it depends. If they do something I think is really dumb, I will. I mean, it really depends. There's definitely been some people I've been aggressive.
I'm thinking of an e-girl right now. I just remember. Okay.
Wait, who? Which one?
Shut up, man. You know.
No,
okay.
Wait, just say names. Why are you so fucking scared?
Nah, I don't need that. I don't need that trouble in my life.
Wait, who is he talking about, chat? Who the fuck is he talking about?
You press the e-girl kind of in your way. You do. You know.
Which one? The period comment one?
No, the blonde one.
Arianina?
No, the other.
I've fought a lot of girls. Don't call them e-girls. What do you? I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, Jenna. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, me and Jenna are on good terms. Yeah, but I disagree with her, of course, sure. But that's
gotta press her live, dude. I saw that. I was like, come on.
Well, she came on to defend herself live, so of course I'm gonna press back. What do you mean?
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I don't want to get into that, but it's so funny because I was gonna let you rattle off like 1,000 girls' names.
Well, it's not just girls. I've gotten into fights with all sorts of people, right?
Yeah. You know what's crazy is like one thing that I don't like about you while I'm on this topic, you know, this might be an 8-hour podcast. I hate that you're against echo chambers. Like, you have a pretty objective chat. You once like kind of lost a debate on your YouTube channel. Your comment section roasted the shit out of you. Like, they went crazy mad on you. And I'm like, why not just farm an echo chamber like the communists?
Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about it. Anytime I get really frustrated, I always say I'm going to do that. Like, all right, well, fuck it. You know what? From now on, you're not allowed to write anything good about anybody else except for me and my subreddit. I've said that a few times. I get really irritated.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm kind of glad that my community isn't like completely dick riding me. I think that feels a little bit better. But
would you say you like to be challenged more than other streamers?
I mean, I would say that, of course. But then again, I think every streamer.
Oh, they said that too. Hasan said that too.
Every streamer always says that.
Yeah. It's kind of like you always want to be on your toes. Like, I didn't know StarCraft can do this to someone. Is StarCraft toxic?
A little bit. I don't know if it's especially toxic. I'd say League is more.
Yeah. Okay, so let's walk through that. What's that feeling like? Like, that feeling would destroy anyone, but you're the type that, like, you said to me a long time ago, you're always waiting for a day where you get unpartnered or something like that because you're a political streamer, right?
Kind of. I kind of think that, yeah, it's gonna come at some point if I can't like control myself or like come in line with the new speech guidelines that are changing every year. Yeah, and then it seems like I'm starting to run up against a wall where I might be fucked. Like giving like political takes against a certain side is gonna start to get me fucked. Even if I'm like pretty hard, like I'm very, very, very left leaning compared to the average person on the planet. I'm incredibly far left leaning, and if I'm starting to get like outed as like a Nazi right winger, that's like really, really, really weird.
Well, yeah, there are corners of the internet where anything liberal is not left enough, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's weird. I remember like making the comment. I said, "This friendship ain't gonna last," because which is weird because it's like economic position wise, you aren't that passionate about it. Like, you don't really care if someone has a different economic position. But if someone has a very extreme one, they care a lot, right?
If somebody
So,
has a
like you've never had an issue with communists. You
Oh
actually
yeah,
have.
no, yeah. I'm not like super big on capitalism or communism or anything. Like I'm
Yeah.
not like ideological. Like if one works better than the other, I would just switch. I don't really care that much.
Someone in chat said open border destiny. What does that mean? You're for total
I'm in
open
favor
borders.
with like far less economic restrictions on immigration. Yeah.
Okay. If you had to pick one politician, philosopher, influencer in history that most likely resembles you, and this is not a cocky thing, but this is like someone you aspire to be, who are your heroes?
It sounds like really sad, but I don't, or like really egotistical. I just don't look up to other content creators. I just try to do my own thing as well as I think I can. I don't really know very many other people that do stuff like I do, so it's really hard to say. I wish I did, but yeah, I don't know. It's just
I was thinking more like people in history.
I don't know. I suck at history.
You had no heroes growing up besides Cloud?
No, just video games is basically it.
Oh yeah, someone in chat said sounds like you. Yeah, that's true. I actually find life very challenging if you don't have heroes. When I was role modeling my life around a certain bodybuilder, I really progressed in the sport. You know, so
Nice.
I don't know, but it's hard to look up to streamers because, yikes. Okay, what was that email like when you first received the email? Was it like long ass email that says this is Twitch legal? Da, 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 da?
No, it was a very short one actually. They were just like, "You're violating this section of your contract," and I was like, "Okay." The section they quoted was for copyright, so I had no fucking idea what they were talking about. And then I asked, "What section am I actually violating? Like, what's going on?" And then they sent me another email. And they said, "We're going to departner you in a month," and I was like, "Okay." And then that was it. That's all
Was
they.
there was that anxiety filled moment for you, or were you like, what
Yeah,
the
of
fuck?
course. It was pretty massively uncomfortable.
I can't imagine because that's like anything with a decade in it is too much. You know, like you spent a lot of time,
Yeah, it's
and
pretty crazy.
and it's crazy because like I'm not the kind of guy that would feel bad for you if it happened in 3 years, but I really thought this is early. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
what was your first thought? Like farm YouTube, or did you even like think about that shit? Or
No, I mean, I just have to take a minute to like recover for a little bit.
you have a massive YouTube audience.
Yeah, and then yeah, I kind of thought about like, yeah, maybe I can stream on YouTube or stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
When you were talking to fuck man, I forget those two alt-right guys, you and Vaush, how many viewers were you guys all doing?
I think I had like 13 or 14,000 on
Oh,
my
wow.
stream. Yeah, yeah, it was really
Yeah.
good. But I don't know if I would hold that if I go to YouTube because it's possible that I just had that.
Are you kidding? You mean if you're doing those kind of debates once
Well,
a
yeah, but
week?
that's not what I do. Yeah, that's not what I do all the time. That's the problem, right?
Oh yeah. It's probably dangerous to do that all the time too. Because you could be liable for what the other guy says, you know?
If I do what?
It's probably dangerous to do those kind of debates because you're liable for what the other guy says, right?
Not really. I mean, like if they say bad stuff, as long as they don't endorse it, I should be able to be like, oh no, like fuck off.
Someone in chat said Destiny actually has a brain, unlike Vaush. I think Vaush is very smart and good at what he does.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
agree
it
with
does.
everything,
But he's just like he's an ideologue. He's very ideologically driven. That's what he's like interested in. That's just not really what I'm interested in.
and he's from your community, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
It is intense how like to a T some of the punchlines he drops are like you.
Well,
Like,
yeah. I mean, like he like modeled all of his early stuff off of my stream and
I
everything.
I thought I was a fan of yours. Holy shit. That's a tier 3. I like Vaush, you know, like I like him. I follow him. I think he makes really strong arguments. Like one of the best arguments he made was he talked about how the right goes after sin. You know, any righty that goes after trans and being sin and stuff, right? About how it was a child beauty pageant kind of. That's what he was bringing up. That the right allows that in Kona land and shit. And I thought that was like, wow, man, like he does a lot of, he preps for debates, you know what I mean? You kind of wing them.
I mean, it super depends on the debate. Some of them I prep very, very, very hard for.
Yeah. Who's the first person you called when you received the news? Was it Melina?
No, I was actually in a different place with somebody else at the time when it happened. I just took that day to process it, basically. I think I probably told a few people, I think, but...
What about that streamer feeling all streamers have? The world hates me when shit's going very south. Man, how do you get over that feeling? You seem like you're kind of like not victimizing yourself.
Like, it's really cringe of me to have a bunch of people feeling sorry for me. Even this conversation is a little cringe for me because it's like, I don't know. I just like to. I'm a big like just move through it, figure out what you have to do next, and go for it. That's how my life's always been. Like, I don't usually get very much help from anybody else. Just kind of figure out like what do you have to do next, and then go forward. And then like complaining about whatever doesn't do anything.
What about you said that Mitch Jones never got his check mark back? You think you'll never get yours back? Because I seriously doubt that.
I don't think so. Yeah.
What, in the next 10 years? No.
No, I don't think so. No.
Someone says, ask Destiny's debate with Milo. Yeah, how did that go? Debate with Milo. I missed half that.
I thought it went okay. It's kind of complicated to explain, but I wanted to fight with them a little bit more on stage, but I wanted to pander to the audience a lot, and the audience was full of like super conservatives. But the problem is that the topics that we ended up talking about, we ended up agreeing on generally. Milo is definitely matured. I can tell that he's been through some shit on the internet, and then obviously I'm where I am, so we didn't really disagree on much.
The fuck did you guys agree on? How the fuck did you and Milo agree?
It had to do with whether or not hurtful words on the internet were like actually like damaging to people, basically.
What did you agree on?
That obviously they are, but Milo's been through enough shit in his career that he realized like I had so much material going into that. If he disagreed, it would have been a slaughter. But obviously he knew. Like, this is a guy whose life has basically been almost destroyed because of words on the internet. So I mean, like, obviously he's not going to take the contrary position and say, well, I don't think words have any effect. So we basically agreed on everything. Yeah.
Did he reach out to you?
No, it was like a company that put the debate on.
So what's his deal? He can't even be on YouTube?
What's his deal? He can't even be on YouTube.
Like, where is he? What platform?
Oh, I don't know if he's anywhere.
He's like completely wiped since he made.
I don't think he's on Twitter. He's not on YouTube. I don't think he's on Instagram. I literally don't think he's anywhere. I think he's just gone from everything.
And should he be?
I don't know. That's a hard one to say. I mean, like, should he be with respect to who? Well, I mean, it depends on like what your values are. For me personally, I've said this a million times. Okay, here's my stance. I don't care about hate speech. I don't care about bullying and being mean. I mean, you shouldn't do it. But in terms of like what should be regulated, I don't like people that spread misinformation. So people that lie about like scientific facts or people that misinterpret studies. That's what I care about. I don't think Milo's ever done any of that, so I wouldn't deplatform him. That's how I feel.
Okay, wait, someone could easily argue that that's subjective. My science versus your science versus this science. Right?
I mean, you can call it subjective, but that's way less. That's way, regardless of what you call it, that's way different than like he should be banned because he said a hateful word or whatever. I don't believe in that.
Well, when is it okay for the state to cut someone's tongue?
The state? Probably never.
Yeah.
The state
like,
only when you're like...
like Milo. When is it okay for the state or the internet to fucking chop someone, completely rip them off the internet? Is that ever really okay, dude?
For me, I think it's okay if the person is intentionally or gross negligently spreading misinformation. That's what I think. And
you mean shit that has physical harm?
Or stuff that poisons the public discourse. Like, if you're out here saying, like, oh, hydroxychloroquine, blah, blah, blah.
That is
no, listen to me.
Dude.
Listen to me. What I'm saying is that if a study comes out and it clearly says that blue makes people happier than red, and you come out and you say the opposite, and you're contradicting the science, you're doing crazy shit like that, these are the types of people that I don't want on the internet. That's what I mean. Or when you're lying about, like, what scientists say or whatever. I don't care about hate speech or anything else like that. That's all I care about.
Right, but here's why I say subjective is like science told Americans that they need to eat, they need to avoid fats because they'll get fat. So Americans stopped eating.
Sure, but at one point,
no, hold on. They stopped eating the bacon and the egg.
Yeah, and at one point, that's what the science.
And they switched to sugar and muffins.
Sure, and at one point,
became the most obese people and fat ass.
I don't disagree with you. I don't know what you're shouting at me for.
No, but I'm saying the heart disease rate went up because of a scientific fact that's outdated.
Yeah, that's because science updates itself. That's how science works.
Right, but you're saying that you can deplatform people for
If
The
somebody
same
would
way-
have said that back when the science was saying it, I don't think there's a problem with that. It's just make sure you're updating your views with what the current research says.
Okay. I'm wondering now, are words actions?
Of course they are. But I mean, what kind of actions? What do you mean? A word isn't actually
Okay,
punching somebody, but
okay.
speaking is definitely
Would-
an action, right?
If I say fuck you or if I knock you the fuck out,
Mm-hmm.
what is the distinct difference there, or is there no difference?
Well, in one, you're actually making physical contact with me. You're actually doing like physical external harm to my body. Like,
I mean, so there's a huge difference.
I mean, I would say there's a huge difference. Yeah.
Then you're going back against what you just said earlier, that they're not different.
Would you say that there's a huge difference between drinking water and slicing somebody's throat?
Yes.
Yeah, they're both actions, though, right? You just asked me if speaking is an action, if words are actions, or if beating someone up is an action, and then you're saying, well, the two are very different. Of course, there's lots of different actions. It doesn't mean they're not actions.
Fuck! Yo! Fuck! 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 This is the first time this happened with you.
What?
Fuck! No! Delete the VOD. Fuck!
Wait,
Dude,
what happened?
this is you've never actually beaten me in like a full stop manner.
Okay.
This is the first time.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's what it feels like. Fuck! I've gotten beat in like a kind of jabbing thing, but not a knockout like that. Fuck! That made a lot of sense. Fuck.
Sorry.
I thought I was baiting you so hard, bro. Fuck. No. Now I'm just like everyone else on fucking Twitch. Whatever. I mean, you already lost 2 debates to me, you fucking clown. So, which is hilarious. I don't have any school, but actually, you don't have any school.
Not true. I went to music school for a couple of years. Hey, music is a
Okay.
beautiful thing, right?
Fucking statistician.
Oh, and StarCraft school.
True.
You know what I mean by no school, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Swear to God, it's always good vibes, you and I, man. You know, it's even better on podcasts with people that can't keep up with us, too. I swear to God. So why do you have a Gundam background? You're not even into Gundam.
I love Gundam growing up. What do you mean?
Okay, Kira Yamato, what is his second Gundam?
I never watched the original timeline shit. That whole shit was garbage, okay? Anything, listen, as soon as I'm watching some shit and they say the word new type, I'm out of there with that cringe ass fucking read the future
all right.
bullshit, all right?
Sure. Let me give you. You want to go retro?
Yeah.
All right. In Endless Waltz Gundam Wing, who does Death Scythe fight?
Who does Death Scythe fight?
Yeah, in the last battle scene. Which mobile suit? It's not a Gundam, but very powerful.
I think they were called the Serpents, weren't they?
No, it's one of them. And
Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the tall? Yeah, Zex Marquise. It's piloting the Tall Geese 3 with the blue veneers. Yeah, of course. Come on.
You even said Tall Geese 3.
Yeah,
you know
of
that,
course.
right?
Yeah,
The
it's
custom version.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty based. Okay, I like that. Nice. So you don't like Seed and Destiny and all that? What the fuck?
Nope.
I thought your name is Destiny. Maybe.
I
thought
tried
you
to
would
watch
wanna be
Gundam.
like Kira Yamato.
I tried to watch Gundam Destiny. I think I got like 10 episodes in, and it was just some guy passed out in his mobile suit, and I think he was about to have some fucking psychic moment. I was like, "Get me the fuck out of here!" Okay. Did
Not
you ever
that
watch
bad.
growing up? Did you ever watch G Gundam?
Yo, that one where if you punch, the Gundam punches?
Yeah, the Shining
Fuck
Finger guy.
that. Fuck
Oh,
no.
man, that was some real nerd shit.
That's for you. What do you watch now? What TV?
I wish I could watch more. I just don't have time. I stream so much and do other stuff. Like,
What is it about streaming that it's like it burns you out, but you like keep going? You still want to go. You know, it's so weird.
for me, I just really love everything I do on stream. So like, I don't know, it's just like all like super fun for me. Like if I wasn't streaming, like if I had to go get a normal job or whatever, because I got Departnering from everything, like when I'd get home from work, I would get online and I would go into Discords and argue politics with people and fucking play video games. Like I do the same shit.
Can you even imagine? Like, what would you do for a regular job?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd try to go back to school or what. I don't know. Maybe I try to hopefully like the goal. You know how I like try to be like polyamorous, like date multiple girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goal is if I get enough girlfriends, maybe they can all just support me. That's the dream. Melina's going to be a big streamer now, so. Fuck it, dude.
Yo, you low key say what you're not allowed to. You low key more squad W than train. I swear to God, but you do it in a lawyer way where you don't think you are. But yo, Melina is popping off like 3,000, 4,000 viewers, right?
Yeah, when she's doing her swimming streams with friends, like 10 or 15,000 viewers. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
But normally, if she's like traveling doing
wait.
stuff, she gets like 2 to 3,000 viewers. It's really good.
Yeah, no, I tuned in and I see her in a bikini and I'm like, huh. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you get viewers, man.
Yeah, no. First thing I thought was my buddy's wife. Oh no.
Well, fiance technically, right?
Oh, see how you hesitated? You're afraid. You're afraid of marriage.
Well, no, yeah, I'm just correcting you. You said she was my wife. She's not. She's my fiance right now.
Yeah, but if you're a happy man, you wouldn't have corrected it.
Why?
LSF this kid now.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Can I be right back? I'm just gonna take a piss. I have a good question lined up.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
I would never do a podcast with this guy. Are you out of your mind? You know what, bruh? First of all, I'm not good for optics. You know, I'm obnoxious, so some people don't like me. And then Steven's gonna bait me into saying crazy shit, and yo, that's crazy, dude. Don't ever do that. Don't ever destroy what's left of me.
Gotcha.
You know, I cranked to 1,200 viewers when I IRL, so like I got something to lose, right? You said before I asked my question, you said get a lot of girls and have them pay your lifestyle.
That'd be sick as fuck, dude.
Yeah, that sounds great, you know, but it seems like you always only have Mel and then hookups, but they're not really in your life. You know what I mean?
months, this is where it ends.
That's not entirely true. I have a couple people that I consider to be pretty close to me.
Like you talk on a daily with these people?
Yeah, with a couple, yeah.
You still haven't had one jealousy issue with Mel, nothing like that.
Between me and Mel, not usually. I mean, we have problems, like every couple does, but they're not usually related to like, or it's not because of like jealousy related to sex or something.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. It's weird.
I mean, it can exacerbate things though. Like if we haven't talked with each other for a long time, or if we're not getting along or whatever, and somebody like hooks up with somebody else, like that can, like people can feel like pretty salty about that. But I think for the most part, it's going okay.
Yeah. Oh, so you mean like her? Because I don't think you'd be that salty.
Thank you, Steven.
Maybe, I mean, I'm not calling.
You see, I read you like a book.
Listen, everybody has different things, okay, that they care about.
I don't mean to do that to Mel, but it's crazy to me because it's like people in my chat always use the cuck meme because you love to let some memes go. You know, you love to get the hate mail and stuff. They use the cuck meme on Destiny, but I'm like, technically, a cuck is someone who sits and watches. He goes and bangs someone else. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think any of the people that make these criticisms actually give a fuck about the difference between any of these things, so it's not usually worth ever arguing about.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting coming from a cuck.
Good one. There you go.
Your thoughts on Dr. Disrespect's ban?
What about it?
I mean, it's kind of proof that it's like anyone can go anytime.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Hopefully one day we find out the truth. Do you think we ever will?
No, actually, I remember you saying that. You're like, wouldn't it suck if we just never find out? That's literally what happened.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I did say that. And yeah, it does suck that we're never going to find out.
It's funny because I think, yeah, when I think it's this serious, there's only one thing it could be, but I don't know.
Wait, what do you think that is?
I'm not going to say it, but we're thinking the same thing.
Wait, are we? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, like.
Yeah, you don't say it.
You thought he was like cheating and
Don't say it! Okay, enough. Someone said ask him about Teresa. Who is that?
This is the name of Mr. Mooten's mom. It's just a joke.
Whoa, guys, chill. I like Mooten. What the fuck? One of my favorite people. I always say the personification of DGG is Dan.
Yeah, a little bit. It feels that way sometimes. Yeah.
Have you seen him press people? Holy shit.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Is he a lawyer?
No, he just does like computer stuff, small business. He's like a tech business startup guy.
Stop
kinda.
stuffing your fat fucking mouth.
Yeah, remind me never to get on his bad side. Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I remember when I first hit 6,000 subs, I called you and told you come clean my carpets, right?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And you're like, "Hey, yeah, have a nice day, Zherka." And then I called Dan, and you know what he said to me right away?
What?
He said,
Stop
"It's
stuffing
people
your
like
fat
me that
fucking
allow
mouth.
you to stay on this fucking platform, you little runt."
Jesus.
And I froze, dude, and I apologized, and I turned off the call. I was like, I'm being too cocky. What are your thoughts on Slasher being on Fox News?
I mean, he's been on mainstream news before, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes it's been really funny, but
yeah, it has. But do you think that's a betrayal of our trust?
how is it a betrayal of our Oh, because Fox is Republicans? No, I think it's fine. Fuck it. I mean, if he doesn't go on, someone else is going to go on and do a shittier job, right? Why wouldn't it be him?
Yeah. How's your friend Jesse?
Jesse Lee Peterson?
Yeah.
I hope he's doing okay. I haven't talked to him in a while, but
It's just funny, you know, when you and him are in a room, it feels like two characters from alternate universes. It's like the greatest content I've ever seen, man.
yeah, he's pretty. He's a character for sure.
What amazing. Who you said you're on like Kill Stream what? Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Was it good? Should I watch it?
It was okay. I don't think it was anything. It was more jerking off actually. Now that I'm like now that I've had like my little fight with the left recently, there's like a whole bunch of like conservative Republican people that like desperately want me to flip over and become like a conservative.
Oh my god. If I swear to God, if you flipped over, I wouldn't even be mad because I'm more into the lore. Like you Anakin Skywalker. You know what I mean?
I don't. It's never ever going to happen. But there are like a lot of people that really wanted to. So
If I ever saw you turn your stream on with Trump merch, I think please just meme it one day. Just meme it for the
meme
clip.
it one day, maybe one day. We'll see.
And actually I don't want to say that. I was gonna say Hassan Piker and a certain sport. I don't know if you consider it a sport, but like people. Never mind.
Wait, what do you mean?
I was just gonna like make like a punching bag, like kind of like you guys going to a boxing ring thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
When's the last time you spoke to Packer?
Packer? You mean Pacman?
I mean Hassan Piker, not David.
Oh, I don't know. It's probably been a long time. Fuck. Since we were on Trainwreck's podcast a long time ago or something.
Yeah, you didn't get along there either.
I mean, he's usually on shows where he thinks he's got like other people there to shit on me with or whatever. So, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get along on anything.
Is it weird to like lose to like a champagne socialist frat boy?
I don't know, John.
Dude, it's like I swear I want beef with both of you. I want all the smoke. I don't know why I do that. Okay, but all right. My question to you is what's next? Like, what are you thinking about?
I'm really excited to see how the duo streams on YouTube are gonna look. That's something that I'm really excited for.
With who?
Duo, as in like I plan on multi-streaming.
Oh, well, let's be honest. You're identical to me. You get viewers when you're combative.
Yeah.
So if it's not a combative stream, unless I could see you and Dan having a sick podcast. You guys have good, yeah.
We've kind of had a podcast in the past, but
Really?
yeah, it was called Startups. We did we like talked to like small business owners.
Oh, like Shark Thing.
No, just small business owners, like people that are small business owners. Have you ever? Do you know who Louis Rossmann is? The guy that like repairs Apple products and talks about like right to repair and all that.
No.
No, oh, okay, yeah. We've had people like him on and stuff.
Oh, do you feel bad now?
No, why? Why would I feel bad?
I don't know who it is. That's like
You don't know
kinda
shit, John. You think I evaluate what I do in my life based on what the fuck you know? I'd be in a way worse spot.
I tune in every week. I tune into your life. Believe it or not.
Oh, well,
You know why? Because I'm like, whether I agree or not with anything you say, I want to learn how to execute a perfect like finish in a debate. You know what a perfect finish is? Which is crazy. You used to bury people, but now you kind of giggle and leave it alone. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, like tell me what?
Like you left Fuentes alone on the kill stream. You kind of didn't try and press him or any of that.
Well, I think that there's like I have to like you go for owns in different ways depending on the circumstance, right? So like,
yeah, you went for a dinosaur own, right?
Well, no, like on that one, I wanted to like the audience was gonna shit on him. It's a conservative audience, and I'm like a libcuck lefty bisexual like bad word people call me or whatever, right? So like if if they're all calling in to shit on Nick in that circumstance, I think I look really good. I don't need to say anything. I can just like be quiet and let him fight with the audience. Like it's pretty crazy that the audience would turn on him before me there.
I find it so weird that someone like Nick, who considers himself to like takes it so seriously, right? Why would he like give in to? I know he's a Catholic guy, but why would he give in to saying dinosaurs lived 3,000 years ago? Like, why wouldn't he? Even if he believes that, why not just lie so his career goes further and his movement goes further? Why would he like just admit it like that? I don't get that.
I mean, it's part of his appeal, right? To like conservatives or like traditional conservatives, right? As he tries to make that appeal to people.
So like the Bible is completely factual, all that.
Yep. Strict interpretationalist or whatever, yeah.
So weird. Like I never thought you guys had a good synergy, like bad versus good and shit like that kind of vibe until I realized you're both Catholic school Andes.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So it's like you're fighting your alternate universe clone. And you're both 5'1", right?
I don't think either of us are that short, but maybe.
He's on like D Live or whatever now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that? Do you think the hardcore righties should be on?
Do I think the hardcore righties should be on? You cut out.
On D Live.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that seems to be the platform of choice, right?
Because you never cared if he got banned on Twitch or not.
I mean, I didn't want him to get banned. I think it looks really bad for me. I had this problem for a bit where everybody I would talk to would like get banned on Twitch afterwards, and I think that makes me look really bad because I'm not trying to get.
Was
like,
it Brittany too, right?
Brittany Venti it happened to, but there was another smaller creator that I talked to who got banned after, and it makes it look like I'm like trying to get people banned just for talking to me, which is just really bad optics for me.
Yeah. No, I know you. I think you only got one person banned ever.
Who?
You kind of mentioned it. You said you think it was wasn't it Brittany?
I don't remember. Did I get her banned?
I don't know. You said it. You said it on a podcast. You're like, you don't remember, but you could have influenced the decision because you didn't like her at the time or some shit like that.
I don't think so. I think Brittany got herself. Brittany got herself banned because she did that stupid fucking stream where she's like, we're gonna cook African food today, and they like ate rocks or cooked like dirt or something.
What?
Yeah, that's why she got banned. Wait, what do you mean that's who she is? You didn't know that was her, or do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what she does. What does she do?
She's like
politics?
Yeah, well, kind of. She's like a weird Nazi-ish, but like does like memes. She covers like drama or whatever.
I thought she's mixed.
She might be.
Oh wow. Oh, so she's like on the hard right, but she's mixed ethnically or so?
Yeah, there's a lot of them like that. I pointed that out once, and that's why I got my Twitter account permabanned, because I would make tweets like making fun of how many Hispanic and fucking whatever, like Indian alt-righters and shit there were. These guys are like really? Mixed race. Like yeah, I always consider that to be really funny. That's when pointing that out is why I got banned from my my Twitter account permanently.
Yeah, I guess. And it does farm clicks because you would never suspect someone to be like far right if it's not, like those guys talk about an ethno state and shit, right?
Yeah, they do a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
I don't think people care much about the idea. People just want like a little group that they belong to. Like people want to belong to a club on the internet. That's what makes people feel special.
It's weird because like, is it synonymous with incel behavior or no?
What, being an alt-righter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's synonymous with a lot of types of behavior. With people that want to there's like this. All of us want to feel like we belong somewhere, right? We want to feel like we have a group of people that loves us, that reaffirms what we believe, that we can spend time with. And if you're kind of like disaffected, so like if you like are in society and you feel like you don't have anybody that feels that way, then it's like easy to get radicalized by some group. People did it with ISIS, people do it with whatever, with a million different types of groups of people.
Yeah. No, even gamers get incel-like.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
So it's not just it's on all sides, but. There was that quote. Did you hear that? I don't know. Like, I'm doing it for the stream, but really, I find some quotes cringe. But it was like, the child that does not get recognized by the village will burn it down to the ground to feel its warmth. Something like that.
I've never heard that quote before, but that's a really good quote. I'll try to remember that.
Yeah, and it's cool. It feels like Naruto quote, but yeah, it is kind of true. Like, you have you noticed you do the most drastic shit when you're lonely. You don't really do it when you're like around a group.
Mhm.
You know, because the group influences you. You know.
Fuck. Sorry, I just heard something. You don't really do the group.
Like your life-changing decisions will always happen at the like the bottom of the barrel of your life, lonely parts, right?
Sometimes. I mean, you can make a lot of decisions can come from a lot of. That's a really big oversimplification, but I mean, it can be right when you get pushed to extreme things. Sometimes you can make extreme decisions. Yeah. Other times you just make slow decisions over time. Like your culture influences you, family can influence you, friends influence you. It just depends.
What's something with the right that you agree with in 2020 that you didn't 2 years ago?
That I mean, I don't know. I think most of my like policy positions, my political beliefs are about the same as they have been over the past couple of years.
You going for Biden?
Yeah, hardcore simp for Biden, 100%.
And you didn't just simp for him. You made it a point to make commies stop talking shit about him last year, didn't you?
I mean, I try to. Yeah, I mean, commies still will, of course, but.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. It's like if you guys are going for the Biden thing, why would you? Like, I always wonder. I'm like, let's say I'm an American. I really want Biden to win right now. Right now, I feel it in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It bothers me how hard lefties meme him. That's
well,
not
because
helping at
if
all.
you're like a socialist or communist, like you're probably some like super wealthy kid that lives in the burbs or some shit, and at the end of the day, you don't really give a fuck. It doesn't really matter too much. So for a lot of these guys, it's just like internet politics. Like I said earlier, it's just like the club that they're in. So they just kind of like do that. They don't really care much about anything else.
Like a fashion statement?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's like a fashionable thing, right? Like right now, like on the internet, like it's really fashionable to do like the socialist communist shit. Like that's like
the ANCOM that's pro guns is very the Vaush take is very popular right now.
Yeah, that was a lot of like really niche political stuff. I'm really surprised that you know that, but yeah, the anarcho-communist stuff that's like they're like very hard left, but they're also like pro-gun or whatever. Yeah, these people are getting increasingly popular on the internet for sure.
You're surprised I know that. Like, it's weird. Like, all my buddies say, what the fuck? It's like when you work full time as a bouncer for like more hours than the old guys there, you crave education because you know all your buddies going to college. So the only place I ever found myself is in these weird niche podcasts trying to learn weird or very extreme takes, right? But really, you think you're surprised? I know that. I thought you'd know me better than that.
He's gonna kill me again.
Well, yeah. Wait, what? Yeah. Well,
I'm surprised by that. Wow.
Okay?
Wow. Okay. That's kind of an insult, but okay.
Okay.
What about? I was gonna ask. There was a stream I remember you bitching about, and you rant like I do. Like maybe I watched you, so I adopted. But you do rant like you're saying. What the fuck? It was actually an emotional stream. You said, what the fuck is the point with holding true to yourself if it like ultimately damages you, your stream, and everything?
Well, yeah, and there's like a point.
You never actually answered it. You just said, fuck it, you're going to still do yourself. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. Different people have things that are important to them at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of the day, like I have some personal beliefs. These are like part of the things that make me happy. Like it makes me happy to feel like I'm a somewhat principled person. And if I were to like drop that, I feel like I wouldn't be as happy, even if it was in exchange for some other things. That's just how I feel.
It's like almost when you're doing fakeness, it's like a cringe kind of feel, like visceral, real world experience, right?
I mean, maybe. I mean, not everybody feels the same. Like everybody's different. Fuck it. But that's how I feel, yeah.
Oh no, some people rock up to 20,000 subscribers not giving a fuck and being grifters, right? Maybe some people start off as libs and lefty seeing if the water is lukewarm or anyways. I'm wondering now, I hate to do this to you, but isn't the neo-lib position kind of unsexy?
Yeah, right now it's very unsexy, it's super boring. Like communism and socialism is like the super sexy thing to be right now on the internet, you know? Very aesthetically pleasing.
And you know that if you did preach communism, you'd be like the best at it. Because
I mean, judging by how fucking horrible a lot of the people that talk about it are right now, it feels that way. Yeah, but
well, it's funny because Bikers like he taught me something. Just build an echo chamber because
hold on real quick. it's not just him that does it. Okay, I don't want to seem like we're implying that he's the.
I
only
don't know
person.
anyone else. Like, I don't watch.
Everybody has
other
echo
people.
chambers. It's a lot easier to have. Vaush has a huge echo chamber. Like everybody has like echo chambers around their content. Like
Oh, Vaush does.
yeah, almost every online political person does. Like
What do you mean? He enters hell. Dude, don't put Vaush in the same category. You and Vaush, people who enter hardcore right debates, clearly don't have echo chambers because you're inviting the trouble.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if your own fan, I'm talking about like how your own fan base views you. Like, generally, for most online content creators, like their own fan base will constantly circle jerk their shit. Vaush does go like seek out conflict.
It's effective. It's effective as fuck.
Yeah, of course. It's probably like very mentally stabilizing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny. You can farm clips banning people that disagree with you, but you can't respond to them, so you just ban them. That's great content too. Like, it's probably the best way to do
Yeah,
it.
you have like a huge hate bone over Hasan. What the fuck? Holy shit.
Is this really hate though, or is this critique?
I don't know. I just want
'Cause-
to.
no,
I didn't send you
I
the.
hate-
People always accuse me of being obsessed with the Suns. So just make sure that these are your topics. These aren't mine. Okay, I'm not the one.
Are you? What did you think? I'm not, dude. Your lore with him goes deep. I'm not gonna ask this shit. Like, what
No,
the fuck?
I know. I'm just saying that like people always, anytime I bring him up, people accuse me of like obsessing.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
it. So
that's-
I'm just saying you're the one that brings it up here, not me. Okay.
No, I hate no man, and I don't even hate a hypocrite. I just hate a consistent hypocrite. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
so, sometimes I think people like these hardcore lefties make my life impossible because I want to make jokes and make people laugh and happy, and they're so their non-tasteful style of living and no joke lifestyles. They get people like me banned, even if it's not Piker or any streamer. It's that fucking echo chamber that goes after people, and maybe it's. DGG would probably go after me too if I started talking real stupid. But yeah, sometimes I think like it's not the stream I'm attacking; it's the positions that destroy my life.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it just kind of depends. My community is probably going to be a little bit worse about it now since I stopped caring about it. But I mean, that's only because other people do it so much to me. So fuck it. Like,
Yeah, but
going
if you're,
after-
well, if you're like someone like Zherka, unprotected, like zero protection, I mean, if I said what you said, I'd have lost my YouTube and everything. But
maybe I feel like people assume that I'm way more protected than I actually am.
oh, come on, bro, you have your account still.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
pretty
so,
good.
but
That's like everyone saying he built the platform. Don't disrespect him. Kind of like that.
I don't know. Maybe. I guess we'll see how much longer I'm here for.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I hope you're not.
Someone said you are mad weird. Daniel, you're 14 years old. You're a communist because you didn't like your job at fucking Starbucks. And shut the fuck up, right, dude? All right, shut the fuck up. I hate that. You critique someone and all of their dick riders come. My people don't dick ride for me. When I get attacked, they lol W it. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah. I feel like my chat does that a little bit sometimes, depending on who I'm fighting with. Usually they just shit on me. But I don't know. I like it. I think it's funny. Fuck it.
Yeah. Frogan says having this clown on, I guess she must hate Trainwrecks and me for talking to you. This is one of my mods. This is also one of Hasan's mods. I don't get why she's mad because I'm like, I don't ever betray a friend if they fuck up. I think that's weird. I think that's really fucked up. I think, I don't want to go into that. That's weird. But what I was gonna say is, if you feel that way in chat, I recommend you do some self-reflection because guaranteed I'm happier than you in life. Guaranteed. Like, guaranteed. Like,
Guaranteed.
my God. Destiny, how have you had a friend that says something so fucked up? Have you ever just ditched them on the spot? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Usually what happens is the way that my bridges are usually burned is usually somebody will say something that I think is really dumb or disagree with. I'll usually like talk
And it's
about
back
it.
and forth.
100%.
Yeah.
But then if I talk about it, usually the problem is I think that if you're friends with somebody, I think they assume that you should never, ever, ever be criticizing them publicly. So then usually once I do that, they'll get like really ass mad at me, and then we basically like never talk again. Is usually what'll happen. But like it's ironic. Like a lot of people always say that I burn bridges all the time or whatever. I don't actually ever burn a bridge. Like I'll be friends with anybody almost through anything. It's usually the other person gets upset that I've critiqued them or something like that, and then that's usually how shit gets fucked.
Yeah, I think the reason why we don't ever fucking hate on each other is because we started from hate. You know what I mean?
Sure, maybe.
Yeah, so we're mature enough to get over it, and I think that's a great way to do it. I mean, I started hating the girls that hated me, Manova and those girls on my first appearance, and then now they're like my best friends, right? So it's like it's so weird that I build up. That's how I know I'm high IQ. This music is very appropriate. I guess I'm playing sad music, and we're talking about unpartnerships, so this is kind of sad, but I don't know, man. Like, I love that if Destiny was my son, right?
Yeah.
If he was my son, because like in person, you like look like my son. If you were my son, I literally would not be worried for you, even if you got the platform completely, because I could see you doing a regular job and finding purpose. Like you're the type of guy who will just like enjoy your shrooms or whatever, right? Whatever you do in your downtime. I don't know what you do, but yeah, someone's asking Destiny lost partnership. Oh, this is big news. It's kind of old news now, right? Like a week old.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
But it's fucking sad, man, because I've heard you that take a lot of times before. It's just you went into it a little crazy.
Yeah, a little too hot, maybe, yeah.
And it's so weird. I was preparing for this day after 2020 or mid 2020 or in a mid election. And yeah, now it's like, I don't know. So part of me feels so fucking stupid for saying it, but it does kind of nudge you closer to the content I enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's so evil to say that to a friend. Could you imagine saying that to a friend? Like, hey, you got unpartnered, but hey, at least you're going to be doing shit I want to do.
Oh, a lot of my fans actually say that. Oh, hey, won't be playing League on...
No, they don't say it to your face. DGG does not say it to your
Yeah,
face.
of course they do.
Oh, like on a call?
Well, I mean, in my chat and shit, like, oh, Destiny, this means less League at least, right? Yeah. People do that shit all the time.
Wait, so there's a new partner spot on Twitch. Dude, John, sign up now. Oh, chill.
Wait, you're not partnered at all?
No, I haven't even applied
Oh, why not?
for like half a year. It was more like I applied when I was doing everything perfect, and I was told I was like
Too new or brand
a
race?
reactionary Andy, and I checked with an admin, and they blacklist like nope. You just kept doing reactionary stuff after your podcast. You're supposed to keep trying. So I'm gonna apply now. I have wholesome content. I got a girl, and we're gonna be filming cooking streams IRL. So this is a good time.
Cute. Wait, who are you dating? Is she like a streamer person or is somebody else?
I don't call her a streamer, but she streams sometimes. She's a student. She's like finishing her last.
Yeah, no,
year.
I'm sorry. When I ask if it's a streamer person, I'm asking is this like a cutie Cinderella or like a Jenna, like a big streamer that everybody knows about? That's what I'm asking.
No.
Like I wouldn't even call Melina like a streamer. Like well, she kind of is now, but like I didn't meet her. That's what I mean.
No, nobody.
Needless to say, I am incredibly.
But she's cute. Like you would
Feels
definitely
weird
want to
now.
like kiss her.
Yeah, that's what I'd want to do to her. I'd want to kiss her when I see her.
That's what she's blocked out of this chat for today's episode.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Yeah, no, I had to tell her. I'm like, not only did he sleep with all these girls, but
No,
like
stop.
he's really itchy, you know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what you mean. Never mind. Ugh. Okay.
Okay, how was that? Was that a good podcast?
Sure. Yeah, I think so. Make sure to keep trying after so you can get partnered. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I guess my whole thing is work hard, stay more relevant, try harder, and don't really worry about the check mark. Worry about the community, because really, look at you. You got that check mark knocked off, and you still have your DGG, you still have your YouTube, you still have your family, and you still grow, depending on which way you go.
I hope.
Yeah,
I guess
so
we'll see. Yeah.
I'm gonna build like you, and then I'm gonna take your wife on a date, or fiance, should I say?
Yeah. Hey, maybe we can go on a double date when we see each other next.
Hey, as long as we can go live, I'm down.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on. I'll see you later, bud.
Not everybody is born with a fucking silver spoon that can start 50 million fucking businesses. You don't think a lot of these small businesses are literally these people's livelihoods? What do you